once the stream starts here. Hold on, I'm gonna not make a single noise for like 5 seconds here, and then I'm gonna watch the audio. I mean, it doesn't seem like there's a lot. There's like some kind of background. Hopefully it's not too bad. Oh, Math is casting this. What the fuck? I don't know if this is playoffs or what, but I've been casting RD2L. Holy shit! Should've gotten better sleep. Yeah, I think the fan's gonna be annoying. Hold on. Let me see. Once it goes live here, we should be good. It's just so hot in my apartment right now. I'm at that beautiful time. The beautiful time in spring where the AC is still turned off and it's actually hot outside, so it's great. It's fantastic. Luckily, I think it's supposed to get cooler later this week. No, it's not. It's literally supposed to be in the 50s. It's gonna be hell. Oh. What is that plugging into? What the hell? Why is that not plugged in somewhere else? Anyway. I mean, it doesn't seem like there's a lot. There's like some kind of background. Hopefully it's not too bad. Nah, that sounds fine, honestly. Oh, Math is casting this. What the fuck? I think it's fine. Whew. Wait, why is Math in here? What? Oh, he usually casts from Dota TV. Why did he leave? Oh god, there's like nothing to watch from me. I will be right back. I gotta plug in my phone, and I think we're almost ready to start. My cat is just out. Gone. She gone. Cat is just completely out. I should really get a cat cam, honestly. Hi. Hi. Are you sleeping? She's sleeping. She chill. What is this? RD2L playoffs? I should. Oh crap. Ah. Is this EST Monday? What RD2L mean is this? Am I in the main? I don't even know where to post this in RD2L. Oh, I guess I can just post it here. I haven't seen Meepwned casting in a while. Oh, I guess he casted yesterday. Why am I not following him? I am. Why am I not getting notifications? Meepwnd's trying to get... Ooh, I should post this in RD2L as well. Where is Discord? There is Discord. Why am I getting a message? Runs 2 position 3s and 5 rookie. Good to know. I mean, I think I've seen that before. Especially if you can have one be a jungler. I think that's totally viable. Good to know. Seven minutes have now elapsed. I don't know if Aaron is the last person on Doggo's team. I assume this is. Should probably turn on my in-game mic. I always neglect doing that. I can't remember which one it is. I need more water too. It is 82 degrees in here. Hi! You're just out. Come here. Alright, I want to play with my cat while we wait. She did not like that, but it's fine. Hey, don't scratch my leg. Ow. Stop it. Stop putting your hand there. Don't scratch my leg. I need to clean your eyes out too. You know that? I can't let you sleep right now, you know that. You're just gonna wake me up at like 2 a.m. Why? Aw, she's so cute. She's angry at me now, though. She's angry at me now, though. If Aaron would join a lobby slot, then he could play whatever he wants mid. It's good dispatch even. I think it's actually... The meta is evolving in quite an interesting way, especially around offlaners. The high skill pubs I've been watching in like the last 2 days have been like Magnus, Mars, some of these heroes that I think are like the past month haven't exactly been the best, especially Mars. It feels like is kind of overrated early on in the patch and now is kind of cycling back into the meta. And the same thing with Magnus too, especially against some of the lesser played cores. So he's in against some of the lesser played cores, such as like Lycan, potentially even like a Dusa or something. Magnus can be pretty strong. It really just depends on the game though. I think if you're playing against like your typical Juggernaut, Lifestealer, Alchemist, True Warlord, I think those are all the big ones. Ursa, I guess. It kind of feels weak to play like a Mars or a Magnus into it. Maybe Magnus is okay against Ursa because you can still do some stuff there. It's just kind of hard to approach an Ursa in lane though. You can't really trade with him other than like level 2. He can't read. It's true. Alabama's doing really well right now, though. And basketball, at least, doesn't necessarily mean they can read. I don't think that means that at all, even. I sleep. Well, oh, we do have some live RD2L games. I am missing these for some reason. Does go to Boston College. Wait, that's like a super smart school, isn't it? Pretty sure that's like a intelligent person school. There we go. We're all good now. Is this a Moonlight Guild person? How do I look at somebody's guild? Yeah. Interesting. I'll do those later. I need to get better at doing those. So apparently I really need to up my scroll rate, but whatever. Way too many friends on my friends list. Okay, hopefully the open mic is actually working. It looks like it's working. I'm going to go get some water that I should have done like 20 minutes ago. We will adjust the thing. Hey, now get... I'm just gonna move you as soon as I come back. Big surprise. Oh, see? Yeah, now you got away. Perfect. I don't know where you're going. Hopefully you have food. Hold on one second. Actually, dude. Why do I not have audio? Complain to me about food and you still have food left? Okay. Sorry, I'm taking care of my cat. I also do have audio. I was incorrect or mistaken. Anyway, OD Grimstroke. OD hasn't been too popular as of late. Still a strong hero, I think, but I just haven't seen it picked up as much in the games I've been watching, especially in pubs, in organized captain's mode games as well. This is high skill as well as, you know, RD2L kind of level. I don't know why necessarily. I think people are just thinking of the Nyx counter, potentially. And this could be a good Nyx game for Meepwned to draft here. You're going to be pairing it with Beastmaster, which is very nice in lane. Beastmaster is a very strong laning hero anyway. Nyx isn't the greatest laning hero, but Beastmaster can kind of pick up the slack there. You kind of just need a stun to pair with Beastmaster in order to get pick-offs. Grimstroke is quite susceptible to just a couple of hits from the boars and an impale from Nyx Assassin. So I really like that pickup here. Helps you to get on top of OD, Outer World Destroyer, as well. I think they need to ban the Nyx here. That seems like the best pick possible for Meepwned. But again, I'm like a caster, not the drafter in this instance. So could be wrong on that assumption. I think that's like the biggest counter when it comes to OD though. Void Spirit ban seems kind of strange. We'll go for the Monkey King. I guess this is an offlane. They run 2/3s from my insider info. They run 2/3 position players, so Beastmaster, Monkey King. I guess Beastmaster can go to the jungle if you really want to farm on 2 heroes like that. Rookie gone from the second pick too. I think even if they play this amazing Rookie 5, you can flex it incredibly well. So first 2 pick Rookie is strong here. And I do like that ban from Real Chef Doggo. Picking up a Wyvern to pair with OD. I mean, not exactly the greatest combo, but can still give you a lot of damage, and you have multiple setups for the Meme Hammer now. Plus, you can go double Meme Hammer as well. They did go for the Nyx Assassin. Not too surprising. I would say one draft is definitely winning when it comes to stuns. Doggo might need to think more about that. You do have the disable from Wyvern ulti. I guess Imprisonment's kind of a stun. Kind of. Once you get Meteor Hammer, it is more so a stun. Some sort of disable, then of course the Inkswell from Grimstroke, but none of these things are like the greatest lockdown that's going to be available every single engagement, and it really does slow down Doggo's draft when it comes to when can they fight. They can maybe still push with this lineup, especially if you are getting 2 Meteor Hammers, which yes please get 2 Meteor Hammers on OD and Wyvern. Aaron, hold on, my else having. This could also be mid. Oh, I'm still on Pluto stream on accident. This could also be mid Winter Wyvern potentially. What are you doing over there? Just chilling. Okay. My cat's very cute. 100% distracting. It's actually a debuff that she gives me. Distraction. Ursa. This just seems like an OD mid guaranteed, but I guess you could run it off lane. Maybe you can run it off lane and then put Grimstroke in the same lane. Does Inkswell... I don't think Inkswell builds charge through Astral Imprisonment. Like, the hero actually has to physically be there, and Astral technically removes the hero from the game. Or, like, removes their model, I guess. I'm not really sure how Inkswell works when combined with Astral. That could be, like, the big brain combo there. You just get guaranteed, like, max level or max stun Inkswells. Which, is there even a max on that? I think it caps. After 3 seconds, it triggers applying damage to stun an area around the unit portion of how long Ink Tendril was near any hero. Buff duration 3 seconds. Max stun duration is 3.7 seconds at level 4. Okay, that's actually really strong. Max threshold duration 2.5. What's the min damage? 60 max damage. Doesn't it do like half damage to creeps too? I don't know. I'm guessing it doesn't pair with Inkswell or Astral all that well. Gonna assume that it doesn't. I think that's a safe assumption. We'll pick up the Weaver. It's a little scary picking a Weaver into a Nyx Assassin Beastmaster, but outside of that, that's their only lockdown. Unfortunately, can't really freely say outside of that. I misspelled Reddit Dota 2 League on my Go Live notification. Read it, Dota 2 League. That's a lot of lockdown to deal with the Weaver, especially, I mean, Spike Carapace is just insane versus Weaver. But Aaron, kind of up to him what he wants to play here. I think there's technically 3, maybe 4 heroes he could run mid. And the rest of the game kind of just revolves around that. Do you want to go Weaver mid? Not the greatest. I think it's either Wyvern or OD. Most likely OD. Especially into Wind Ranger 2, it's probably OD. No, it's not. It's going to be mid Weaver. Okay. With Doggo playing support OD, Renoic. I don't know. I don't know positions on these teams. Let's actually see when it comes to that. But other side of things, I think Meepwned is more standard of a lineup. The only weird thing here is just, of course, like the double 3 position with Beastmaster Monkey King, most likely. Nyx Assassin going to be a support. What the fuck is this Nyx Assassin set? This is great. I love this. This is awesome. That's a sick set. That looks super cool. Is that an immortal? And then, of course, Nerd going on mid-ranger. We'll see once we actually get into the game, but my prediction is mid-Wind Ranger, if they saved it for the last pick. I don't think maybe you run Monkey King mid here, and like Wind Rangers, again, this 3 pseudo 4 role. Interested to see though. How much is Dota Plus even? Is it $5 a month? Should I buy Dota Plus? I don't want to. I kinda don't want to. It's so expensive. I forgot to do this. Bam. Where is that? Okay. Hold on. I need to do important things. This is totally... Oh no, the head is just a rare item, but that's super cool. I think I have both of these immortals. Maybe I don't have the hands. Maybe I don't have the weapon immortal, but I think I have the back immortal. They're both super cool though. No, I don't think I have the weapon immortal because that affects Impale. This head is just so cool though. I wish there was a Nyx taunt. It probably is, I just don't have it. Doggo looking like this is going to be off-lane OD taking the farm. Boots first on Wyvern. A lot of these 4 position going boots first. I really... Playing 4 position 4 myself, I really like to place the ward like over here. We'll see what he wants to do with this. It allows you to snipe couriers a lot easier. Especially when going against... Oh. Okay. Meepwned is just running mid-jugger. So, I mean, I was right to be skeptical about anything I was saying, and I was technically wrong on my prediction that it was Wind Ranger mid, but not too surprised to see a lot of shaking up things here, as we're not going to get a lot of damage back, and the Nerd does tank the power shot there, but it's not really too big of a deal. Okay, yeah, that makes a little bit more sense. It's kind of like this is a really good block actually for Meepwned, but I still think this is slightly Weaver favored. I mean, it's such a weird matchup anyway. It's probably one I've never ever seen before in my entire life, but I think this is Weaver favored every single time just because, I mean, levels on Weaver super nice. Should be able to pick up a lot of extra CS with Shikuchi and get some harass damage out at the same exact time, and you don't really have to worry about dying to the Juggernaut at all. In fact, the only one that's probably going to die in that lane is Juggernaut. But, well, it just kind of just depends on how he plays for the most part. Decent farm for Lorenzo to start as well. We do have... I don't think this is the strongest lane. Monkey King plus Beastmaster. Your main target's just going to be Tycho, of course. Especially once Wasp gets Boundless Strike, which I think you pick up here. I'm a little... honestly kind of surprised he goes for Jingu first instead of something like Tree Dance. I might have been able to catch out somebody if he goes Tree Dance first, but I guess if you have the boar hitting somebody and you get the extra Jingu stacks, the damage is actually going to get you the kill, not the extra slow from Tree Dance. So that could be the process of thought there. Line of thinking. We're not going to snipe this courier. Did not see where he placed his ward, but it looks like it might have gotten dewarded immediately. Is David gonna do a bit of trading with Doggo and Renoik, but he's a Nyx assassin, doesn't really care about this too much. He's got 4 mangoes. He's got 13 base regen right now. I guess that's not base. He does have a tango running, but still, I mean, this is basically a salve every time he uses a tango. Feels pretty nice on a Nyx assassin. He's already back up to almost full HP from that little bit of harass there. He's gonna try and go for out of range stun. Maybe get close to killing Renoik. Bottom lane, Crucial Taunt getting super low. Lorenzo looking for a right click, gives it to his support. His Tycho finishes off the Beastmaster. Needed it there. Especially first blood on a support feels incredible. Aaron as well mid. Rushing out the Maelstrom. I think skipping boots this entire way might just be the call for Weaver. But yeah, you can already see the amount of harass Aaron's able to do mid though. 2 levels into the Sakuchi, and I think it's probably 022. We'll see what he goes for at level 4 here. The bugs don't seem all too helpful because I think Spin gets rid of them. Yeah, he will go 022. I'm pretty sure Spin gets rid of them. Any kind of magic immunity gets rid of them. Yeah, does not pierce spell immunity. So popping Spin. I'm just gonna dissolve that, so you might as well just go for the Geminate attack anyway. Real Chef Doggo top. Getting a decent amount of harass back into Renoik, and I think Nyx Assassin kind of doing his job there. You don't too often see position 5 Nyx Assassins. And this is kind of a weird safe lane too, because I think this is maybe the pause 3 Wind Ranger just in the safe lane for the matchup against Doggo. Power shot will miss again there. They're giving like... They don't have like the greatest core lineup, honestly, especially when you're running Juggernaut mid and Juggernaut's just getting owned. I actually... Now that I've thought about it, this draft is kind of... It's questionable, to say the least, from Meepwned. It doesn't really feel like they have a lot of cores to do work late in this game. You're going to have to wait so long for Juggernaut to get big with how poorly his lane is going against the Weaver. 16 CS, and you look at across the board, you know, 3 cores on Doggo's team beating him right now. I'm going to TP back in. Aaron going to find an Invis rune top lane, I'm guessing, after this, which kind of sucks for Weaver, but oh well. As you can see, Meepwned just taking an incredible amount of damage there as soon as he TPs back to the lane. I don't think Aaron's going to die for this either. He just TP'd back in, and he's already having to pop us out. You gotta... I think you just go to the jungle. Maybe send Monkey King mid, or somebody else. Maybe it's Wind Ranger. I don't know if you want to shake up the lanes this late, but, I mean, Doggo's going to outpace your Juggernaut if you send him up there. It might just be the jungle play for Meepwned. I think if Aaron just stays aggressive right here, which I'm assuming he's going to do, he actually... I'm a little surprised he levels the Geminate one more time. But I can respect that. It seems pretty legit. He is going to tank a lot of the damage there. Kind of just stood in that spin. Bottom lane again. Wasp trying to get a kill onto the Grimstroke, but maybe paying for this instead. Inkswell connects as well as the slow coming shortly from Lorenzo, but he doesn't quite have the mana. Might not actually matter because the right clicks from Lorenzo is enough to finish him off. Wasp even hit the stop key there. put on the brakes and drops a little bit early. I think he might have been able to extend that slightly, but most likely going to die anyway. Doggo looking for something top lane. Nerd able to pop out the win run here and chasing down Doggo, looking for the Astral. Does get it. Can he get this kill, though? It's not enough to kill Nerd, but will finish him off with the Arcane Orb. Doggo even throwing out the tip at the very end there. And that's the entire team, too. We're just getting in on it. It's a gangbang of tips. Interesting strategies here from Doggo's team. And of course, this is all PMA. We are a non-toxic environment here. It's completely just so he could purchase his next hero level or whatever the heck tips are even used for. I'm not even sure what they're used for. I guess item sets. I haven't used the tip system in so long. That's how you know I'm a PMA gamer. We do have a crucial taunt roar coming out bottom lane back onto Lorenzo. They're just going to clean up the Ursa, and it's Lorenzo kind of getting punished there for being a little bit too aggressive. Aaron is getting really close to this Maelstrom, but you gotta look at Ursa bottom lane too. The more you can delay this Battle Fury, the better, and he doesn't have a single component yet. It's probably just going to be the Ring of Health and the Courier here. Getting picked up very soon. Meepwned does get to level 7. Is somehow ahead of the Ursa. Surprisingly. When it comes to the Battle Fury, I'm kind of thinking Aaron laid off a bit when it comes to the harass, as he's found some slight more space there on Meepwned. We do like 2 kills in the bottom lane. Wyvern dropping for Beastmaster. Actually, Wyvern dying in the top lane, but Beastmaster dying in the bot lane, basically at the exact same time. Wasp actually doing a nice job getting a couple aggressive wards out here. They don't want to let somebody retreat into the triangle. Want to make sure to keep an eye on that. And a bit of a rotation mid lane. Aaron gonna get spun on, looking for the stun. David, it's a little bit too hard to hit. Needs some lockdown to lead in. It probably would have been the stun from Monkey King. Boundless Strike, about the quickest thing you can get there. Not exactly the longest stun though. Is Doggo gonna go for the kill top lane? Does have the Astral, taking the damage, and down goes Wind Ranger. Even dropping the hammer as well. And it's a hard start for Nerd, but again, you're really just relying on your Nyx Assassin, or not your Nyx Assassin, sorry, your Juggernaut. It feels like the only solid core of this game. We're not, at least in this patch, it feels like Wind Ranger core isn't exactly the strongest compared to like a couple of patches ago. There's a few players that can do it, MX Squire I think being one of them. That might have been a misclick by Tycho there, as they're still going to try and run down. Wasp does have the Boundless Strike, but misses it slightly to the right. Is Wasp going to get ran down by Lorenzo? No, Lorenzo turning around after the roar has popped out. He's already used his own ulti. Does have his Q, but he's ran out of mana. The right clicks from the 4. Going to be enough to kill him off. And Doggo as well, dropping in the top lane. I mean, you do kind of deserve that. I think he's just like, yeah, okay, I deserve that. Fair enough. Meepwned getting pretty low in the mid lane too. We'll lose the healing ward as well as we get a TP mid from David. This time connecting on the stun, but almost no damage there because pickup of infused raindrops out from Aaron. It's kind of low on mana after the mana burn there from David, but still with the Maelstrom already up, he's just dishing out so much damage back into Meepwned. Luckily, he's got the Perseverance this early. Alright, Doggo is really trying hard to tilt Nerd, I think. Part of the strategy book, part of the playbook, as it were. I think the Perseverance up on Meepwned just kind of means, yeah, he's going to take a lot of his HP every time he runs into the lane. I mean, just the right clicks coming out from Weaver, more than enough to bring him down that low. But at least he can kind of catch up once he gets Battle Fury. Look at this creep with the biggest body block of all time. Crucial Taunt just gonna die. The melee creep to rule them all. Kind of MVP of the game right now. Gets you a kill on the Beastmaster. And Renoik, another support, picking up the gold. Doggo gonna get another kill in the top lane, I believe. No, he doesn't actually have the Meteor Hammer off cooldown yet. But as soon as that's back up, I think Doggo can just kill off Nerd if Nerd wants to stick in the lane here. David's making a big rotation to the top lane. They see Doggo in the jungle over here. And at the same time, he's going to try and run underneath the tier. Oh my goodness. Doggo does get connected with the shackle shot. He is getting another big tip train here. Doggo getting a little bit aggressive. I think his game plan of trying to tilt Nerd went a little bit too far right there. And will deny off the tier 1 tower as well. And immediately Aaron running through the top lane spots out Nerd. But the wind run, of course, gonna allow him to just get away. You do get the Maelstrom procs through evasion. There's still some way to deal damage there, but the move speed also just going to keep you away from that Weaver. So Nerd not going to drop yet again. I should be over on net worth. Ursa actually on top of that. Not too surprisingly. With Juggernaut close behind. It was a slow start to the game for Juggernaut. I thought Aaron would kind of just dominate the lane from there, but it turns out it's a good rebound. From Meepwned. Especially with the Battle Fury up. Is this before Ursa's too? Yes, it is. Meepwned is actually kind of owning right now. I'm impressed that he was able to recover. I mean, Weaver, it feels like, dominates that lane every single time. Having to walk back to base a couple of times for the Juggernaut and just played it patient, didn't lose his mind. It's like, you know what, this lane's going to be hard, but I'm still going to get my Battle Fury at about 12 minutes. This is an insane performance from a Juggernaut. Maybe I'm overthinking the amount of advantage Weaver has over a Juggernaut, but I think that's basically like a Weaver heavily favored lane. Just good play from Meepwned. But still about a 1k gold lead for Doggo's team. Juggernaut on top of the net worth. Does miss the stun, unfortunately, from David, so he's still going to let the Meteor Hammer hit his mid-tier 1 tower. Might be a rotation soon to try and kill Doggo again. Could also be the game plan from Doggo. They're like, tilt Nerd so that he always tries to run at you. Make rotations. Take some towers with my early meme hammer. Got some damage into Wasp there with the Q. Renoik might just lose his courier on the Grimstroke here. Yeah, the attack range from Monkey King just insane. And fortunately, that's not a very big item. Okay, yeah, he does have the boots, so that's not too big of a deal, losing the hood for a minute 30 seconds. Might actually die with this here, though. The rotation down bottom lane from 3 heroes. David gonna lead the charge. The Vendetta getting on top. They still need no vision for underneath the tier 1, though. It will be Wasp getting this going for the Boundless. Back underneath. Does have the ultimate as well if he wants to pop it. Roar back onto the Wyvern. Not enough there in time for Tycho to save. And Lorenzo actually rotating down. They're not going to catch anybody. It's getting away scot-free. A big rotation coming out from Doggo's team. It's just way too late. They're not actually able to get payback for this. I mean, I guess you kill a boar. That's slightly payback. Blink being worked on for Doggo. This might be the payback right here. Going for the meme hammer. Connects. And does have the hammer if he wants to drop it, but I don't think he needs to. He's just dead. Crucial taunt dropping. Kind of a up and down start for him this game. I still think he's doing his job pretty well. It's not very hard to get a Beastmaster game like this. I mean, just pop Roar on somebody, then put all of your units right-clicking that person. Basically all you need to do, and it's led to 3 kills for him. 3 kills for him in general, but 1, 4, and 2 involved in 3 kills anyway. It's a TP mid lane. We're going to lose the tier 1 here. A quick rotation. Astral popped out. David chasing forward. Does not use the spiked carapace. I thought he might to try and get on top of Aaron, but he really doesn't have any follow-up after that. Did not have enough mana for the Impale at the time. Instead, maybe looks for more. We got the Astral popped out again, this time onto Wasp. Meepwned chasing forward, knowing that the Astral is on cooldown. That defensive item, that offensive ability isn't going to be available. And a big rotation mid from both of these teams. You might just get the first big fight. The roar being popped on Renoik. They want to get rid of that big Wyvern ulti before this can happen. Astral popped out. Crucial taunt might get exploded here. No, the silence out on Doggo before he can pop the hammer. He goes down to the Juggernaut Omni Slash. Another tip in the middle of the fight as it's a 2-for-1 and 2-for-2. And eventually Nerd's going to clean up a couple of heroes as well. Meepwned getting a double kill. Nerd hitting a nice shackle shot onto Tycho. Aaron gonna get away scot-free as well as Lorenzo. And it's a slight advantage to Meepwned team right now. Less than 1k gold lead. It's basically tied. Weaver and Ursa the only ones not dying there. Weaver not really doing much in the meantime though. Ursa was the one farming bot lane. Couldn't quite take down the tower. And in fact that might even be in deny range. It looks like it's right on the edge of it. Lorenzo does have his Battle Fury now, but of course Juggernaut slightly ahead because of that timing. Again, huge props to Meepwned here. He's kind of just the hero that has to put the team on his back, I think, this game. Nerd also doing a good job, though. Like, not to discredit anybody else, because Nerd, I mean, with an Orchid picked up. Speaking of people that had a rough lane as well, of course we saw all the tips coming out from Doggo early on, but he's rebounded very nicely, and that's, I don't know, that seems like kind of the story for this Meepwned team so far. Not the greatest of starts to the game, but in the early mid-game here, they are making a little bit of a comeback. They're going to try and turn this one on to Aaron. The silence not coming in time. Yeah, they can't get this kill here. Spin as well, going to keep Meepwned safe, and I don't think they can follow up onto David either. He's just a bit too tanky. Aaron going to back off. There's 2 TPs coming to mid lane too. They did take that bottom tier 1. Nerd running 4, but not going to chase too much further. Doggo just farming the top lane. Able to shove that wave in. Maybe somebody TPs up there from the Meepwned team, but we'll see. Tycho getting a slight defensive ward up here. Not going to get spotted out either, I think. It's actually a nice spot for them to be in for a ward as they see 2 heroes over here. Monkey King on the high ground, of course, and now Crucial Taunt and David running over with the Beastmaster and Nyx Assassin. Renoik going to throw out a Winter Blast. Just do a bit of damage at the start here. Silence being popped on the back, this time on the Doggo. Right click's coming through from Wasp, but you have the Roar as well. This time on Aaron, but it's not quite enough. Lorenzo just turning this. It might have been a Roar onto Lorenzo. Either one of them, they're just able to survive and turn it around. Nyx Assassin and Beastmaster dropping. I guess it's space, though. You lose a little bit of gold. It's about a 1,000 network change there. So they might just find one more as well. Nerd dropping. Doggo's out of tips. Of course. I mean, 18 minutes into the game, you're out of tips. It's got to be a record. It's actually interesting to think about. I think the earliest you can be without tips is like minute 30. Would it be 3 minutes? 4 minutes and 30 seconds, right? For the BM tips. It's a minute 30 cooldown for tipping. Doggo going for the speed run of using up all 3 of his tips. So we can't use them late in the game, which I think is actually kind of a failure on Doggo's part. Like, you want to save your tips for later on in the game so that you can actually tilt people, you know, in the mid game too. You can't just focus all of them on the early game. You can maybe use 2, I think, because he might just die again here. And this is where it gets a little hard for Doggo. I mean, that's 3 straight deaths where not really doing too much. I guess it wouldn't be really straight deaths. He did die those 2 times in the fights earlier, and then kind of just getting picked off around the map for his other 2 deaths. He's up to 4 now. 5, 4, and 1 on the Outer World Destroyer for Real Chef Doggo. I actually kind of like this Quicksilver Amulet on Renoik. Big thing the Meepwned team is doing as well is focusing down the Wyvern at the beginning of these fights. We haven't really seen like a impactful winner's curse yet, as it's either Nyx Assassin or Juggernaut, Beastmaster, Monkey King, just trying to focus down that Wyvern before they can get anything off. That's their big team fight ulti. That's easy to get rid of since it's on a squishy hero. Crucial Taunt does have the roar up. Is still level 1. Can exactly initiate onto the Weaver yet. They will spot him running back down to the mid lane, as well as Tycho being spotted out. Blinking forward is Doggo. He's got it this time. Look at the cast range on that Astral. Going for the Meep Hammer. Gonna connect to Lorenzo as well. Rotating over. This is a big rotation from Doggo team, but it does net them a kill. It's only onto a support, though. I mean, what was this, MK4? Yeah. I like have to remember that, yeah, this game started out MK4. We really only have one true core here with the Juggernaut. And he's able to actually push out top lane pretty heavily. Might not be able to TP out there. Aaron's just going to chase him down. He's got a basher up. I'm not even sure where that... He's got a Skull Basher, and it's working out really well. Meepwned can't find the TP. It's actually still on cooldown. Aaron might just continue to chase here. Meepwned is pretty quick. The rest of the team is like getting into a fight in the bottom lane. Is he still trying to chase him down? Bugs just barely connects. Aaron gonna continue to chase down. They've lost the Winter Wyvern in the bottom lane as we get a huge fight going underneath the tier 2. Aaron looking for the right clicks. Can he get a bash though? I think he needs one more basically for this kill. It's gonna be a big one. 2 gets the bash, and Aaron on a mega kill streak. They've only killed off the Winter Wyvern in the bot lane. I'm not even sure if I missed an epic play there, as I was watching Weaver chase down Juggernaut the whole time. But a huge opening found by Aaron. I think we're going to lose Tycho here too. Just the right clicks from Wasp. No, the turn's going to be here. Lorenzo was hiding in the background the whole time, and Wasp gets baited. Aaron as well going to be able to pop down David, who doesn't have any invis, for another 25 seconds. Nick's assassin gone as well. Doggo has found Nerd. They're getting kills all over the map. The silence popped back on the Doggo, but it's not going to matter. Aaron's running you down as well. It's a nice shackle, Nerd. Props to him for that, but still going to drop. And 4 heroes gone just like that, all across the map. Doggo's team taking advantage there. Just a big misplay from Meepwned's team. More than anything, I feel like Juggernaut was just so far out top lane. I think kind of just caught off guard by the Skull Basher on Aaron as well, because you don't really expect this item from a Weaver. Only builds into Abyssal. It's just... it's so useful for that. It's the one thing you have to cancel out the spin TP. Aaron kind of recognizing, yeah, we need something that does this, and if I'm going to 1v1 a Juggernaut, I need a Basher. I mean, typically you'd think Lorenzo would be the one going for the Basher this early, but no, he's just like, I'm going to get a BKB Blink Dagger instead and just be incredibly mobile. Get the Fuzzy Wuzzy Bear in people's faces. Aaron maybe looking at top lane. Gotta be careful about getting roared here. This is a level 2 roar. I don't know if he dies, per se. Of course, time lapse doesn't actually cost you mana, so it wouldn't matter. The mana drained. Lorenzo going to clear off the creeps again, and they're going to continue to go for this tier 2 push. They still have the Aegis. Not too much to use with the Wukong's command here. It's a lot of TPs coming in. Lorenzo going to get stunned up by the Boundless Strike, looking for a roar, but there's the turn from the Winter's Curse. At least slowing them down, and they will just back off, try and get out as quickly as possible. And you do lose Tycho, but of course the support's always eating that. 6 HP on the tower. That's kind of a unfortunate play there for Doggo. Really wanting to get that tower and only needed one more hit. I mean, basically someone who needs to just run in and hit it once, and you can take the outpost on the other side of the map. It might be a fun play for Aaron to try and run down, but is just pushing top in the meantime. Still working on that MKB as well. 15k net worth though for Juggernaut. Like I've said, what, I would have been including this time 3 times now, but he's still playing incredibly well on this Juggernaut. Looking Butterfly into eggs. Butterfly is kind of a strange item, I guess, but you're kind of just tired of dealing with Ursa, tired of dealing with Weaver Skull Basher, so anything more defensive you can get is super nice. Unfortunately for him, Weaver is going to be picking up MKB very soon. So it's almost immediately going to be countered by one of the heroes. I don't think Ursa is getting MKB anytime soon. What is Butterfly's evasion again? Actually need to, I'm trying to think the numbers for this. 35% evasion. I think that basically gets nullified by MKB. 75% chance to pierce through evasion. Oh god, this is way too complicated math. You have a 75% chance to pierce through at 35% evasion. Wouldn't that be 0.75 times 0.35 to get the chance per attack? No, that's stupid. That's not what it would be at all. You would have, well, one. Okay, hold on. I'm hurting my head. I haven't had to do stats in this long of a time, and I'm pretty sure this stats. It's 35% chance for the attack to miss. And then on top of that, there's a 75% chance that Aaron pierces through it. So it's basically a useless item, is all I can think of. You get the stats from Butterfly, but that's about it. I mean, you're maybe going to dodge an attack like 10% of the time. Something like that. So 35% and then 75% of the 35%. What is 75% of 35%? Isn't that what that would be? I don't know. Mathematician's a statistician. If he was here, I could ask him. Anyway, roar back into the Weaver. There's going to be an immediate save as well. This is just a dead Beastmaster. I mean, look at the turn there. Winter Wyvern just doing so much work, as well as the heal coming out from Renoik. Kind of a strange play there, but it does lead to another kill. We lose the Renzo. I'm not even sure how that happened. I completely missed this. The Renzo drops, but Aaron is getting pretty healthy here, looking for an Abyssal. After that, MKB is picked up, which he does have now. Of course, Meepwned with the Butterfly. And they will find David too, I believe. He is able to pop out the Spike Carapace, stun up Doggo. The right click's coming through. The heal there, pop from Renoik, but Renoik trapped himself on top of a cliff. They have vision on top of him as well. Doggo just gonna get shackled up. They're gonna find the Wyvern afterwards too, because he's trapped on top of that cliff. Looks well being thrown out, and he doesn't have the Omni Slash, unfortunately. Aaron, completely out of mana, is able to pop out a wand. Look at the shortest shackle you've seen in your entire life. Mana burn as well. Gonna keep the Weaver locked down. And Tycho going to be the final kill here. Technically a team wipe, but Ursa was killed in the last fight. And Doggo without any tips to throw back. Nerd even throwing a next question mark into it. Fair enough. This is a very fast pushing team too. Will immediately lead to a tier 2 for Meepwned team. I think mostly what we're seeing is just quite a small amount of big mistakes from both teams. Because it just feels like Doggo's team was winning at the beginning, and then they kind of just let Juggernaut back into this, mostly due to the play of Meepwned, but they're not going to stop them from taking their 2-3. Does connect onto the Meme Hammer, not able to finish him off though. The War even being popped there, but it's on an Ursa that's already used ulti, so it barely lasts long enough. Nerd actually blinking forward is going to get Astral up, pops the BKB, able to run out. Grimstroke, I think just using the ulti right there, not really connecting on the too much though. Is Meepwned going to focus back into the barracks? Going for a Meme Hammer is David. Kind of confusing on which one is which there, but will lead to a couple kills. Lorenzo blinking back in, the stun missing, shackle shot missing, and now Meepwned might get chased out of the base. No, the board's going to slow down Doggo to the Winter Blast to clean up some of the boars, as well as that last remaining Necronomicon creep. But Doggo's gone a bit too far. Doggo just gets so aggressive, and now the Omni Slash cleaning up the rest of the team. Lorenzo's able to pop the ulti to stay alive here. The buyback already being used, the stuns as well. Back onto Aaron. This is just a complete disaster for Doggo's team. Giving up this much to this Juggernaut too. And an early barracks falling. Weaver especially getting caught out, and it's really just that Nyx counter again. David just making a nice play there to keep the Nyx locked down with the Spike Carapace, and they can follow up with everything else. The Shackle Shot, the Impale, Boundless Strike. Good lockdown for a Weaver this game. It's going to net them a Roshan too, so Barracks plus Roshan. This is Aegis Cheese, I believe. Only 2 Roshans 30 minutes in this game. A little surprising for a game that does have an Ursa. But nonetheless, we'll go to Meepwned team. They clean it up pretty quickly too. It's not exactly a slow rush. We'll leave the cheese in there for now, but going to Crucial Taunt. Yeah, they might give it to Nerd. I was going to say. Last tier 2 is top lane, and I think Meepwned going for the jugular. Gonna try and take another set of racks here with the Aegis being up. That's a buyback as well, popped out from Renoik, and Renoik could just be gone right now. No save at all. Dieback on the Winter Wyvern. And this is starting to look pretty hard for Doggo's team to make a defense into. You almost lose Tycho there as well on the backlines. He's got to go back to base, and onto the tier 3s they go. Meepwned just railing into that tower. Does pop the Fortify. We might see an aggressive one here. No, they're going to save the Fortify of their own on Meepwnd's team. On the side, too, a little bit of a strange engagement here as Wasp just gets melted by Lorenzo. Meepwned still hitting into that tier 3 Wasp. A little bit of mispositioning there. Is going to drop it. A nice 2-man stun coming out from David. Is going to get silenced up as well. Lorenzo wailing into that Beastmaster. Just dies to the Battle Fury. And it's a triple kill for Lorenzo. Buyback from Wasp. Will chase forward for Nerd. I'm not sure if they can find this, though. A couple of right clicks. He doesn't have a lot of armor right now. Able to pop out the cheese. They want to chase for their Astral there from Doggo. And this should guarantee it. He doesn't have a BKB. So just going to die again. The miss chance doesn't really matter too much when you have the MKB. But still, I mean, this is looking really good for Meepwned. Even though it was an 11k gold lead there, it's a bit of a throw. It's only 4k gold. It's only 4k gold. It's not that much. It's quite a bit, though. It depends on if they can, like, net. I don't think they can go high ground from this. They can definitely take this last tier 2. And maybe an outpost, but without Roshan up, I don't think they can go much further. And in fact, they might not even be able to take the mid tier 2. Nerd respawning in 30 seconds. As we pause... I need to like prop open a window or something. Holy shit, it's hot.
Here we go. Dyer's middle tower is under attack. Dyer's fortified, I see.
Drop the mid tier 2. Maybe look for more. Let's see, Omni. Oh, that's actually just Swish Lash out. Popped. The silence as well, and David in the backline. They have vision on, looking for the war, but couldn't quite get it off. Now the right clicks from his teammate is going to drop him down. The Beastmaster gone instantly. Wasn't able to get the roar off. David's going to pop the buyback as soon as he dies. And we're down to a 3k gold lead as well. This is a back and forth game as it gets. Swinging one direction after the other. And again, still no Roshan. I'm kind of surprised that Meepwnd's team doesn't just give up the tier 2 there. They were down 1 hero to start that fight. But I mean, the big thing is there, you're not able to get off the roar. It's an incredible play from Renoik to turn that fight into an advantage. I mean, again, technically they already had it, being 4 heroes versus 5, but still. Roar is basically the big ulti that you want to prevent here. You don't really have to worry about the Monkey King ulti that much. Even still, I mean, it's not going to be eggs anytime soon for this support Monkey King. Position 4 Monkey King. I still think it's good on position 4 Monkey. I would have gone... I'm a little surprised it doesn't go for like the armlet build or something, Mimi. Yeah, he did... Not the armlet, sorry. The medallion does go for it. Provides you with armor too, yeah? Yeah. If only it provided teammates with armor. That would be incredibly nice. Plus 200 armor. Wukongs come in. I think it's kind of ridiculous once you get up to 200 though. It's hardly like... I mean, the way armor scales... Once you get like past 100, I'm pretty sure it's essentially a flat line. We'll take a nice outpost here. Watch just making some good space on the map by taking that outpost, and they're going to farm up the rest of the jungle. Doggo's team still feels like they're behind just slightly. I think they would almost be correct. I mean, it's basically just the Juggernaut that you have to worry about. And if you know where that Juggernaut is on the map, kind of play aggressive elsewhere. It is the 4 heroes. Wind Ranger, Nyx Assassin, Beastmaster, Monkey. On the aggressive side of the map right now, Tycho going to look for a ward here. Does find the D ward. Not going to die for it either. Kind of risky play there. I feel like every time I try to do something like that in a pub, heroes are just instantly on top of me. We'll be able to find Aaron as well with the dust, getting him silenced up with the Orchid. Does get another Sakuchi away, but he's got the ulti to pop. Goes back. The Omni Slash there crits him down. The bash very timely from Meepwned. The dust lasting long enough. He doesn't have like a Manta or anything to get away with that. I mean, basically it's just the Abyssal there. You can kind of use that defensively, but that's pretty much it. I mean, even a BKB wouldn't have helped too much there, other than to avoid the initial stun from the Shackle Shot. But another beautiful one coming through from Nerd. Shackle Shot from way downtown. We do go into the second set of barracks here. This time top lane. We do have a bit of a cut going on from Lorenzo. Be able to prevent the push for a little bit as the back door about to turn on. Crucial Taunt blinking forward, going for the kill. Renoit gone. Weaver, of course, gone from earlier, and it's 2 heroes dead for Doggo team as they will lose the second set of barracks. Backdoor not going to help in time. As Doggo goes for the Astral. Too much of a save. They're still waiting on this Abyssal as well, but Lorenzo just deciding, well, I'm too afraid to fight this. I'm just going to push this top lane. They do need a creep wave here before they can take this. Lorenzo, I guess, kind of identifying that as well. Did lose his creep wave here, but he might still be able to take a tier 3. Eventually does take it. Maybe not enough to take Rax, though, as Doggo going to get stunned up. Creep wave almost here in the bot lane. We get a buyback as well. Lorenzo going to clear off the creeps. He's got the 2 remaining melee creeps here to try and take some barracks in the top lane. Doggo popping out his BKB, as well as Renoit getting a nice ulti on the 3. But not going to net himself a kill as Doggo going for the buyback. They want to run into this Monkey King ulti. Lorenzo taking a bit, but will turn it back on the Monkey. Brings him down. The right clicks from Lorenzo. Is this going to be enough to bring down Nerd? They do get an Abyssal popped as well. A couple more right clicks onto Meepwned. Brings down the Juggernaut. Crucial Taunt going to be next as Nerd chased outside the base and dropped down. David going to be the lone survivor with the Vendetta. And Lorenzo picking a nice time to run back into the fight there. A buyback from Doggo, and it's great communication from Doggo's team that nets them a crucial fight win to save the barracks there. Save the Megas. And it might just be another Roshan. They've taken the Roshan advantage this game. I believe 2-1. Overall, if nobody spots this, yeah, they're going to spot it now. Get the bugs on top. And this is going to be a fast Roshan. Basically already dead. Lorenzo just builds up the stacks instantly and dead. Aaron able to pick up the Aegis. Still not I think he needs a BKB. Maybe get rid of the wand and just finish this game with a BKB. Either that or Lincoln Sphere. You do got to worry about the roar, no matter what. Lincoln Sphere is probably the best option there, because you also prevent the Abyssal Blade from Juggernaut that's going to come out sometime soon, or at least you probably expect that to come sometime soon. You see the Skull Basher in his inventory. Beam Hammer going to help them push just slightly, does get fortified off, but I think this is still going to be Barracks gone. His melee racks down, plus the range racks. We'll see what their decision is after this, though. I guess still up on Aaron. They know they're actually ahead in terms of net worth as they blink forward on Crucial Taunt, going for a fight here. The heal is there, the save. They want to turn it back onto the Beastmaster. He's gone. Renoic as well, popping the defensive ulti there to try and bring down Nerd. They get the stacks up on him instantly, and Nerd just melts, as well as the buyback from Beastmaster. Where is the Juggernaut, though? Going for the Omni Slash does bring down a support. Had to use the Omni Slash, though. It's a buyback as well on the Grimstroke. They want to try and end the game right now, not give them a chance at all. The creeps are pushing into the base on the Radiant side of the map. Wap's going to eventually die here, does not have a buyback. Aaron dropping low, but he still has the Aegis, of course. And what is the call here? Aaron going to drop kind of low, but the heal there immediately from Renoic. A brilliant game from him at the very end here to try and finish this one off. They look for the racks instead. You got to look how you're doing. Look at the TP in from Juggernaut gets canceled. I believe something canceled it there. It was the Astral. Meepwned tries to make the big rat play, but Doggo canceling the TP. They're not going for the finish. They just want to try and take the Megas here, as Doggo does drop down. The healing there again for Lorenzo. They want to try and chase them back into the fountain, maybe just finish off the Juggernaut. They get the Beastmaster. That's the dieback. No heroes for 30 seconds. Or no heroes for 20 seconds, sorry. Monkey King going to be up very soon. Does have the buyback, but didn't pop it. I mean, it's not like there's much a Monkey King can do anyway, but it's Megas down for Doggo team, and they might just back off after that. But still, Beastmaster's dead for 80 seconds. I think they could make another push to end the game here. This seems like a little bit too passive, honestly. I mean, it would be like a 4v4 since you did lose Doggo, and I think that's a dieback from Doggo. I should really just be on buyback status. Yeah, that is a dieback from Doggo. It's just Ursa and Weaver with the buybacks for Doggo team, and Juggernaut and Monkey King. So I think buyback advantage is slightly towards Doggo right now, because again, Monkey King's buyback not exactly that impactful. Of course, Weaver can always do the buyback into time lapse as well. Did use up the Aegis there, but no matter. He took away the Megas, and now do we get a Megas versus Megas game? It's been a while since I've seen that, if I've even seen one. Honestly, it's that rare. Well, we're kind of just, we're into the sleep time, which my cat is also still sleeping. Cat update. She chilling right behind me. But a 15k gold lead for Doggo team. They are down to racks themselves, but they're taking the Megas, and now they might go for the Ancient here. Popping a smoke up on the 5 heroes. Lorenzo as well with the Swift Blink. Pretty good item for Ursa. We might just see them push to end the game here. They're thinking about where to engage this fight from, though. I think Meepwned team doing a real nice job of identifying where Doggo's team wants to play. So we'll try and find David. Yeah, the Abyssal, they can just blow him up instantly. Does get the Carapace off, and he might actually just live. No. Lorenzo just going to finish him off. The Swift Blink is just too strong. He just instantly explodes there. He's already used the Carapace, so there's nothing you can really do about it. Still a 7-second BKB for Lorenzo. Aaron hasn't bought anything yet. He just has 6k gold saved up here, about 2.7k. in surplus after the buyback. Again, I think it's probably Lincoln Sphere. Maybe you could be like, okay, Scotty is fine, but I'm most likely... I would assume Lincoln Sphere here, and in fact, they're just going to run out of it. Aaron is able to save himself with an Astral from Doggo, as well as Lorenzo trying to find a target here. Can't quite get it. The war popped out on Renoik. That's a dieback for the Wyvern. Is a buyback coming out from Windranger. Got it back in the last few seconds here as the Omni Slash getting popped out. Meepwned cleaning up all of these heroes, but can't quite get the kills. Gets them so low, the damage is there, but just couldn't finish them off. They need a little bit more damage for Aaron. The stun, they don't have vision. They don't have vision for the Weaver. He's able to run away. The buyback now from the Monkey King. Again, not the greatest, and Doggo probably going to die after this Astral, I believe. No, the Blink on time. They've lost one hero. Nerd going to look for one more. Able to find Tycho, going for the TP way. Got the Shackle Shot, and the support will most definitely die here. But 2 buybacks used from Meepwned team. Nerd being the biggest one, of course. And really, it's just Meepwned trying to put the team on his back right now. It hasn't been that way the entire game for sure. It's been a lot of great plays from the rest of the team too. But I mean, right now, it's all eyes on the Juggernaut. And as soon as I say that, he's actually picked up a rapier. Yeah, I figured he might go Scotty or Lincoln Sphere. I would have gone Lincoln Sphere, but Scotty's just going to make you more tanky, and it also helps you get more damage out onto the Juggernaut as well, the minus regen. You don't really have to worry about that healing ward as much. So Lorenzo going to look for just a free kill in the mid lane here. Nerd just getting melted, loses the gem. That's a dieback. They're going to try and find Lorenzo at the same time. Meepwned can't get on top. He's got the rapier again here, so Lorenzo needs to be careful where he runs. The Abyssal is here, as well as the Swift Slash. Lorenzo turning it back around. Both of them. No, there's no Abyssal up on Lorenzo. Meepwned doesn't have the Omni Slash for another 30 seconds. This is his rapier, but in comes Crucial Taunt with the blink. He's distracting them. Does have the war immediately back on Doggo. Will drop. Doesn't have the buyback, but you save the rapier on Juggernaut. Gem still on the deck. Wasp in the trees here, picking up the gem. I believe, no, he actually doesn't have slots for the gem. Will lose it to Renoik. You need the buyback on Nyx Assassin now. That's just such an unfortunate fight. They're not able to find Lorenzo in time to get a kill. Just pops the ulti, tanks the Swift Slash, and now onto the Ancient they go. Down goes Meepwned. Maybe he's able to pop out the Omni Slash, but it's still not quite enough damage. He's looking for the hits with the rapier. The heal there. This time from Renoik yet again. And now Meepwned is 1v4ing. They pop out the Fortify ulti pop from Wyvern, but this might just be the game. I don't know if Meepwned can do it on his own, especially with the Omni Slash already used. He's got the Swift Slash in 6 seconds, but that's just going to be it. A hell of a game from Meepwned, especially after kind of the rough start against Weaver. Really rebalance himself back into the game. They were up by 11k at one point in this game, but still not quite good enough to finish off the Downtown Clowns. So the game 1 goes 50 minutes and a 1-0 lead for Downtown Clowns. I think this is a BO3 too. I'm pretty sure it's a BO3. I think we're in playoffs for RD2L, but I'm not sure. Just wanted to clarify. So we do get game 2 lobby up. We are just going to be a little bit before that game starts. I think we're just taking a 5-minute break here. Okay. Anyway, we work forward. Game 2 coming up soon. I will be right back. Bless you. You just sneezed on me. Bless you. Here. Let me clear some room. And sleep up on the You're so Alright. Game 2 coming soon. RD2L. You're still just sleeping. Been like, you're so lazy. You're so lazy. Oh no, don't claw my mouse pad. Okay, whatever. You can lay down there. Oh, and you hit a button. Played. And you're gonna eat my headphone cable. Incredible. Incredible. Oh, let go with that. Come on. There you go. There you go. The best casting partner. Oh my god. You're the best co-caster, Tiny. Yeah. I think we are good. Hell of a game 1. We'll be going to game 2. I mean, a 50-minute game 1. Pretty close as well. I mean, it was back and forth basically the whole game. We almost had Megas versus Megas. Still have yet to see Megas versus Megas. But I don't think that ending, I'm not too surprised, just because, again, you have one major core in the Juggernaut. I think it was mostly just a lot of mistakes by Doggo's team in the middle of that game to give Juggernaut such a big lead. And also just Meepwned. It's a great performance from him on a game where they were somewhat behind. I guess they were leading for some of it as well. Stop trying to scratch me. Chill out, you're gonna fall off the desk. You start reaching for stuff. What do you think, Tiny? What do you pick her? I need to get like a little plushy tree for her to play with. You gotta start repping your brand, Tiny. You know, bless you. Ah, she awake now. And now I gotta get cat hair out of my mouse pad. Great. Yeah, I just need to use a lint roller later. It's fine. Where'd you go? Oh, you're over there. No. Alright, hold on. Hold on. Don't mess with the window. Do not jump in my chair. I swear to God. Alright, we're back. You're back in the same spot you were. Incredible. Anyway, Beastmaster Oracle. Oracle the only swap up here. Juggernaut being stolen away by Real Chef Doggo. I mean, you're... Oh my god, I need my spray bottle. Tiny. Alright, you know what? You can stay in my chair. I'm gonna stand up. Tiny's being difficult right now. I'm sorry. There you go. Shouldn't have to worry about the wind anymore either. Anyway. Beastmaster Oracle, Outer World Devourer, Juggernaut, Broodmother Ban? Okay, that's a little strange. This Silencer picked up as well. I guess that's really good into OD. I think that OD is kind of feeling like a trap pick lately. It wasn't exactly that great, that game. From Doggo. No offense to Doggo. I think mid OD is probably where the hero is the strongest, though. I could be wrong in that assumption. But just from what I've seen and how the meta has kind of changed, it seems like you can really only put OD mid and expect it to have like its max impact. Here, where's my laser pointer? I can play with it while the draft goes. Where's my laser pointer? Where's my laser pointer? You're staring at me like you want to play.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
What's that? What's that? She's literally not even looking down, so I can't even get her to look at the laser pointer. What? What is that? Oh, she says it. Oh yeah, go chase that. Go chase that. Incredible. She's just walking at it right now. Anyway. I will move this around in a circle while she chases it out of the corner of my eye. But Grimstroke Underlord here. They do go for the Grimstroke again. I mean, I guess double Astral is pretty nice. Plus, if they're close enough together, you can hit 2 Meteor Hammers. Underlord buys Meteor Hammer 2. Grimstroke buys Meteor Hammer 2. Juggernaut should, screw getting Battle Fury, just get Meteor Hammer. Perseverance is in there as well. And Silencer plus Weaver. I mean, Juggernaut probably just goes Manta, and he's fine with the Silencer. OD is probably the biggest one hurt by it, because I think Underlord just buys Lotus Orb in terms of cores. Of course, you don't like playing into it as Grimstroke, but this might just be a support OD. And they're going to last pick like a mid laner here. I don't have my inside information still from Warber.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
But Beastmaster Silencer seems pretty strong. Like, there's a lot of burst damage coming out from Silencer, as well as tick damage. And then Beastmaster, of course, just gets the slow. You can get a lot of right clicks in from Silencer. If you can get a couple kills rolling early on in the lane for Silencer, you get that int starting to build up. And even on like a pause for Silencer, it's super nice. This could be a mid Silencer too, depending on the matchup we're going to see mid lane. I'm not sure it beats OD. Maybe it could, actually. beat OD in the mid lane, but we'll see. It's kind of a flex pick for both of them right now. Weaver, of course, went mid last game. We're kind of just seeing a complete swap in terms of heroes, because Weaver, of course, picked up by Meepwned's team. Last game picked up by Doggo.
5 seconds remaining.
Where's my water at? I don't know. Both these teams need a mid laner. It's like right here is where we figure out if OD is going to be mid or not. Oh yeah, you're so close to getting it.
Disruptor.
Mid OD, or is this like a mid disruptor? We get a Wraith King picked up too. Yeah, you don't really care about the disruptor that much. Not too of a surprising pick there. We're almost done playing with the cat as the draft comes to a close here. I don't know if you guys can hear that in the background, but it's the cutest thing in the world. Yeah, we're not going the support disruptor. It should be Doggo on the OD again. It is 1-0 currently. I will update it. Hold on one sec. Let me get done playing with my cat. Oh, wow, you got it. Can't believe it. Keep looking for it, though. Maybe something there. She got it. She got the laser pointing. Oh. Doggo. Up. 1-0. All right. Imagine not putting the it is. Oh, I forgot to put his face there. Cool. Doggo up 1-0. We do have a BO3 here. Lorenzo going to meet David in the bottom lane. We will have Lorenzo on the core Juggernaut. Tycho playing the Grimstroke and Disruptor being played by Renoik. Renoik having a pretty sexy Winter Wyvern game last game. It's really fun to watch him play that hero. It didn't really feel like he hit like the greatest Winter's Curses, but really the heals were just where he shined. Every single time somebody needed to save. Some of them were like, little strange, but none of them like what I'm used to seeing with a lot of Wyverns is like a heal will just mess up the entire fight. So props to Renoik for that. Also, again, props to Meepwned for last game. We'll see if he can repeat it this game. This time, playing the mid Wraith King. Again, just gonna play core heroes mid. Pick up the old mid one strategy. Doing his best mid one impression. And we do start with the 2-1-2 in either team's lanes. There will be no early first blood to start this game. What are you doing? Like rolling around? I don't know. Are you trying to pet yourself? I can't play with you right now. You're fine. You're fine. Lorenzo gonna take some right clicks here. This is like kind of a core offlaner too. Can a lot of these heroes just farm together. I don't know. These lineups are so weird from Doggo's drafts. Like, and of course, I don't know if it's just responding to that. Meepwned's team is like, okay, we're just gonna pick Wraith King mid. We're gonna pick Juggernaut mid. Like, both games, it's just very strange. And Aaron doing the old Badger classic of running Underlord mid. Badger classic from like 3 years ago. David gonna take a lot of damage in the bot lane too. Doggo should be able to get a quick Meteor Hammer out, and then I think they can bring down Oracle. I mean, he does have the save from the Fate's Edict. It's kind of a hard kill lane for Doggo. He can't really do the same thing he did last game, where he's just able to explode Nerd until he gets like Meteor Hammer plus level 6 with the Sanity's Eclipse, able to drain some mana at the very least, because it does cost mana early on. Yeah, it's 150 mana. Can at least take that away and just start draining the mana. And Silencer gonna drop in the top lane. Lorenzo just running him down with the spin. It looks like Tycho as well. Look to try and get a 1-1 there. Maybe burn down Tycho, but couldn't quite get the damage. Lorenzo did leave the lane, however, so this does give a bit of space to Crucial Taunt, which Beastmaster will eat up every single time. Crucial Taunt, of course, instantly going to spot this pull and put a stop to that. Lorenzo still likes where this lane is positioned, though. You might lose the 2 range creeps here if Lorenzo pulls it too far, but he is going to spot that Crucial Taunt has pulled these creeps around back to the range creeps and adjust. Renoik going to drop in the bot lane. David just chasing him down to even the kill score. And a nice early kill for the Oracle there. Of course, just constant burst damage coming out from that hero. And you gotta just look at the advantage that Aaron has mid lane again, though. I mean, Pit Lord loves these matchups into strength heroes, similar to how, I mean, Lifestealer used to love matchups into strength heroes. Timbersaw into strength heroes, also very nice. Just a lot of damage output from Firestorm. So easy to connect these two on a move speed hero, or a hero that's low on move speed, like Wraith King, only 315. You're gonna get some more lockdown coming up soon as well if he chooses to go for like an Atos or something. It's probably a lane where Meepwned picks up level 6 as soon as he picks up the ulti as soon as he gets level 6. Sometimes you do see heroes waiting on that. Pretty easy lane here for an Oracle, though, able to purge off the Q from Disruptor. So not too much harass opportunity here, which you would normally see from a hero like Disruptor. It's basically just the right clicks for Renoik. Has died once to that already. Tycho again taking a lot from Wasp, though. Just constant damage output from this Silencer. Crucial Taunt is up to level 4. So Wasp is doing a good job at giving his offlaner solo XP. Not offlaner, technically offlaner solo XP. Grimstroke is pretty nice in the Beastmasters because you have so many options with the Stroke of Fate, and it looks like Tycho's just dead right now. I don't think he's going to survive these boars. Will try and run down Crucial Taunt. The boar's going to right-click him, though, and I don't think he can actually bring down the Beastmaster. Wasp is rotated up to go for some right-clicks. Does not do a lot of damage to the Juggernaut, though. Templarity still his target's intelligence. Dealing additional damage based on his intelligence. Okay. It's pure damage. Int damage is 15% of your int becomes damage, which is basically nothing right now. Yeah, I guess it's nice into the Grimstruck, but Beastmaster just tanks that up. Regular right click not really doing too much, but 4 bounty runes probably going to go toward Meepwned team right now, because they're going to miss all of these, and it's still just, I mean, this is going to be a scary Beastmaster. I think they're giving him a lot of space with this, especially with these weird rotations to try and run down a Silencer. Wasp making a lot of space there, and he doesn't even know it, because Lorenzo just ran away from the lane and missed a couple of creeps. And Beastmaster's going to have level 6 very soon. Doggo, again, doing what he did last game. Speed running the old tip. The 3-tip speed run. We're up to 1. We'll see if he can beat his record of 12 minutes, which was set last game. And I don't know if there was a record before that. Meepwned, yeah, did pick up level 6. Is kind of getting wrecked right now, though. Almost dying to the right click's gonna drop once. And the ulti already gone. Aaron just picking up a freebie there. You don't really worry too much about that. And this is a Midas as well on Meepwned. But Aaron getting pretty beefy, up by 11 CS in the mid lane. And Aaron just gonna walk over, throw down a firestorm, and get right back into Meepwned. And I think he might just have to ferry out a salve. Nope. Look at the rune luck. He's not gonna check it. Oh no. Meepwned, it's right there. The rune you've been wanting. Not gonna find it. Aaron's gonna be able to bottle it. Get the regen rune up. Doggo gonna drop in. The tips are gonna come. Just a few. Tip train for Doggo. And Aaron's doing such a nice job. I'm a little surprised he didn't put the Pit of Malice just like 1 level into it. His top lane, they are able to bring down Wasp. Still, Beastmaster getting a decent amount of space. Does have that level 6 up for the Roar. Lorenzo is only level 4. So a slow start for a Beastmaster. Getting beat out by that. Or not Beastmaster, sorry. Slow start for the Juggernaut. They will bring down Meepwned too. These early kills are so big, especially when that Wraith King has a Midas. Just easy for this Pit Lord to pick up, just running him down in the jungle. Doggo doesn't quite have the Meteor Hammer up, but they are going to get some good damage back into Nerd. Just go for the right clicks. Oh, actually they don't have vision, so not really leading to too much there. Oh, you back to sleeping now? She's back to sleeping though, for a little bit. I'll play with you later. We'll do some more. She needs to work out. She wants to play. It's hunting time. What is it, 8 o'clock? 9 o'clock? It's hunting time. She knows it. David gonna take a bit of damage from this, but he has the defensive item with the raindrops here. Aaron just doesn't care though. It's typical Pit Lord mid. It's like, we'll see if this ends up working. Of course, like, Meepwned scales so much better than Aaron does. This is like a we want to win early on draft by picking up the Underlord mid. Mostly gonna look for utility items, I would assume, as they bring down the Weaver again. Tips, Doggo? Yes, he does. 4 more minutes to beat his speedrun record. It's literally only him tipping Nerd. None of the rest of the team wants in on this. They're just like, yo, just leave him alone already. Lorenzo does have the Omni Slash up, looking for Wasp, maybe able to get it out. The Stroke of Fate connects, and the last right click gonna come out of the Omni Slash. Lorenzo picking up a freebie as well. Nerd gonna get sent all the way back to base. Could pop the Sakuchi if he wants to, but I don't think he wants to. That kind of be a funny play, just pop Sakuchi to get right back. Aaron looking to take this mid-tier 1 tower, and then he can just run into the jungle where Wraith King is sitting. And I don't think Silencer wants to TP into this. Probably not a lot of ways you can defend this. Does have 1 level in the Pit of Malice, and tier 1 mid gone. Aaron doing a nice job taking that out. Again, not too surprising that he's dominating this lane. He basically just has the matchup advantage, similar to what he had last game. And this game, it's even more of an advantage. He's up 105 CS for Aaron. Like, my god. That is so much. Where's the tips? Doggo dropping again. We just go back and forth in this bot lane. We're probably not going to die here. We'll see if Nerd wants to dive. Is going to take some right clicks. No. He's not going to dive too far. We'll get a couple. But that is about it. Top lane, Crucial Taunt looking for the kill on to Lorenzo. Does have the Roar if he wants to go for it as well. Doesn't have the Necro units though. Or he does, but they're only level 1. So it's easy enough for Lorenzo to back out. We lose Wasp as well in the mid lane. It's that support Silencer gone. We might be able to get the Weaver in the bot lane too. Needs to walk out of the ulti, but can't get it. And Doggo with the tips. Is he going to beat his record? He has the opportunity to. It's always when he kills Nerd, he drops the tip, but it doesn't look like he wants to use it this round. Are up 8-3 on Doggo team, but a strong early advantage. We'll see if it leads to a victory here. Is Aaron going to go for the TP out? Tycho also trying to jump into the Uber. Does get it. Just barely. As they force a bit of a rotation there. Nerd as well. Going to try and go on to Doggo in the bot lane. He had to defensively Astral himself as Doggo might just die here. Yep, 2 the right clicks. No tips that time as Doggo didn't tip. Nerd that. Did Doggo already use all 3 tips? I'm pretty sure he only used 2. Based on my numbers. Lorenzo kind of has to back out in the top lane. Looks like War was actually already used here. Zia's going to try and run down Lorenzo. Omni slash up. Going for the TP. The root is here and he's completely out of mana. Drained by the Necro units. Lorenzo. An uncharacteristic mistake there. Going a bit too far farming with this spin. It is Radiance build for Meepwned, still quite a ways away from it. But you also have to deal with this Pit Lord just constantly pushing you out of the jungle. I mean, that mid tier 1 just gives you so much map control for the Pit Lord. I think they should try and save this tier 1 top lane. But we'll see if they actually go for it. Weaver dying again in the bot lane, though. Doggo just dropping the combo there. Hammer used as well. Figured that might be something that happens eventually once he gets the combo up with Meteor Hammer. And level 6 Sanity's Eclipse. In lane as well. They run back out at Wasp. Getting locked in by the Pit of Malice. Drops. Wasp's going to die again, and it's 10-5. Most of those deaths on the Silencer, though. We still only have 1 for Meepwned, but he is kind of being hunted in his own jungle right now. I really like this defensive ward, too, coming out from Wasp, but at least I believe that's Wasp's ward. He is going to get locked in the Pit of Malice yet again. Stunned up. Down goes Crucial Taunt. We'll look in the bot lane. Defensive Astral is here. Doggo getting super low. Needs some help. Goes for the Meme Hammer, but not going to come out in time. And again, we repeat the pattern of Doggo gets a kill and then dies 2 minutes later. Minute to 2 minutes later. Tycho does not want to die to these skeletons here and needs somebody to come help him, but nobody wants to yet. We'll be able to clean up some of them at the very least, as Renoit getting some good damage into Wasp, but really can't do much. And yeah, that's unfortunate there for Tycho, just getting ran down by the skeletons. We'll look for Renoit too, as David channels up the Fortunes then. Might be able to bring down 2. A double kill for David. Puts himself in a great position on the Oracle. And Meepwned, identifying where he needs to play, runs down to the bot tier 1. Should be able to take that tower. We did lose the top tier 1 as well. So it's going to be the tier 1 safe lane tower trade coming out. Crucial Taunt looking for the wards. The haste rune popped by Doggo. Going for the Meme Hammer out into the pit. Does they have enough damage? The silence popped out from Wasp. Do they have enough to kill off Crucial Taunt, though? He does have the roar if they want to try and turn this, as well as the root connecting again. Gonna get stunned up. Crucial Taunt dropping very low. They can't kill off Aaron. He's just too tanky. They will run forward on Nerd, but I don't know if they have enough. They will look for the right clicks, almost dying on the Weaver. Able to get the Omni Slash out. Focuses onto the Weaver. I can't believe it. Nerd dropping super low. Lorenzo going for the spin, but he can't find Nerd at the very edge. Will get the Meme Hammer back on a Meepwned. He still has an ulti here. So Lorenzo can't quite drain it. Maybe defensive Astral. Oh, the hammer dropped on the wrong hero, though. Nerd was super low, but he missed him with the OD ultimate. Nerd gonna have to take a bit of the spin here. Able to pop the healing ward. Probably gonna drop very soon. As another right click coming. Ward dies, but Juggernaut survives. And Lorenzo gets away scot-free. But again, you lose Pit Lord. Not too much spent for the Wraith King there. Didn't pick up 3 assists. And it's kind of weird to see a Wraith King showing up to a fight that early. But, I mean, nonetheless, it does lead to a kill on Pit Lord. As this is a huge ancient stack here just being farmed up by the entirety of Doggo team, or at least the two big cores at the moment. Will get spotted out by this observer, but not enough to take it. I mean, they really don't have a hero that can take that ancient stack. Kind of hard for them to find space to do it. You basically need that Radiance on Wraith King. $13-11, about a 1k gold lead. Just slightly for Meepwned. They are down. They lost the first game. It was a long, close game. That's we saw what, 5 barracks drop in that game. Almost had the megas versus megas, and now this time, I mean, we're looking like it's gonna be another close affair. Not able to bring down Meepwned right now, but a good amount of damage. Just showing him how scared he has to play. Lorenzo is kind of out of position right now. He's probably just going to die to this crucial time. Has the Roar, the Silence even being used. And this is Lorenzo just dead. Getting caught out there. He's going to have to send back for the Oracle. You might lose the Wraith King here as he doesn't have the ult. Do they have the damage for this? Yes, they do. And they're going to catch the Uber out at the exact same time. And it's a 1-for-2, actually. We did lose the Disruptor there. Bottom lane, Nerd was looking for Doggo, but Doggo just goes for the TP out instead of going for the combo. Kind of respecting Nerd's damage now. Didn't have to worry about it earlier. But now, of course, it's a little bit easier for Nerd to pull that off. Once he gets to level 3 ultimate as well, he doesn't have to worry at all. 0 mana time lapse, of course. Don't have to worry about the stolen mana. Not a lot of mana on Weaver anyway. Where are we at on the Radiance? We basically have it on Meepwned. Should be like a 19-minute Radiance by the time he gets it. Which isn't terrible. I mean, it's before 20 minutes. Usually after 20 minutes is when a Radiance timing is really bad. He has died twice. I could maybe see them going for a smoke too, but I mean, level 2 ulti up on Wraith King might be enough. Doggo going for an Astral Meme Hammer. That didn't do the combo at all there. Just running down Doggo now. Does have the defensive Astral if he wants to use it, but he just doesn't. Doesn't use it at all. We do get the send back here. Might look for the Silence as well. The pit out. He does not have the time lapse as he already used it. Silence as well. They bring down the Weaver. It's a 1-for-1. Weird play from Doggo there as we lose the Renzo yet again. He's died in the same spot. Again, it's just this lane. Lorenzo keeps getting caught out, and that's the 3rd time he's died in the same position. I mean, you're also doing a really good job blocking some of these camps, too, from Meepwned. You're taking away the triangle, and it's about the best thing you can do against this Juggernaut. Just make space for your Wraith King to get ahead. He's got the Radiance now. He's going to start just exponentially increasing his farm. His bottom lane as well, able to bring down Wasp, but this is, again, just the Silencer. I think at this point, Wasp just doesn't really care about this too much. He's like, yeah, I'm tanking these ganks. At least I'm protecting my triangle. I'm protecting Meepwned's, farming it up. I'm kind of feeling like this is going to be going to a game 3. I don't know if this Pit Lord carry is going to be, or this like mid Pit Lord is enough. It's a lot is relying on the Juggernaut again, and similar to last game where you're relying a lot on your core Juggernaut, and it just doesn't work out once you get to like 40 minutes, 50 minutes. On the other side of things, you have a Weaver, you have a Wraith King, and a Beastmaster that scales really well. David might just drop here, going for the meme hammer. Stun coming through from Wraith King, but not quite in time. They'll look for the kill back onto that Oracle. Does bring him down as well as the Weaver getting locked in. They will get the kill onto Doggo, I believe. Doesn't have the defensive Astral. No, he does get it now. Meepwned still waiting for this kill. Has the Radiance Burn to try and pick it up. The right clicks from Nerd, getting him 2 kills. The Maelstrom procs got 2 of them there. And immediately leads to a double kill as Aaron can go for the Uber away. He's going to be just fine. Tycho as well should be able to jump inside. Yeah, I think this is going game 3. This is like a game where you have to be dominating. Lorenzo probably just going to drop again too. Is going to get silenced up. No save for that. Drops down. Not quite. Yeah. Now he will drop. They did lose the Wraith King though. Aaron TP'd in. On the backside, I completely missed that. That's a huge turn. Nerd is still just cleaning it up. Owning in this fight. Atos coming up soon for Aaron, but he can't quite get vision on top of the Weaver. Does have the send back. He ran right into a ward. The root afterwards. Not enough to get the kill, though. Didn't have the ulti from Renoik off cooldown yet, but look at Doggo go. He's found him in the side. Going for the meme hammer. Connects and gets the kill. Doggo gets the speed run. It's not a great timing though. It was 12 minutes to run out of tips last game. It's 21 minutes this game. Still, his arch nemesis and Nerd is killed once again. But still, the kill on Wraith King really helps out there. But it's just Lorenzo's game feels incredibly slow now. Like, he's still working on this Manta. He's needed it quite a few times already. We'll have it pretty soon since he does have the Battle Fury. It's probably Manta into Maelstrom. No, you don't get both. I'm a little surprised you don't go for the Maelstrom, honestly. Manta into what? BKB? Eggs? Is it Manta into eggs? That's probably the play here. We'll be able to finally get a D-ward on that there, as they notice it. 23 minutes into this game, though, still a slight advantage for Meepwned. They look pretty strong, and they're the team that scales a lot harder into the late game. So any kind of advantage you build up right now is crucial. Crucial taunt, as one might say. And this is going to get caught out, though. They try to get an aggressive smoke gank here into the triangle, and it's not going to turn out well. Doggo just rotating 4 or 5 heroes into their triangle immediately. Kind of just roaming together as 5 right now. Beneficial for the Wraith King because he can play kind of anywhere he wants to on the map, and you really see the cores taking advantage of this. At the same time, Nerd just farming out the bot lane and Meepwned farming out the top lane. They just split the map up, and you have more than enough for your cores to eat it. We'll be able to farm pretty quickly. Crucial Caught is kind of caught out here. Will eventually drop. Aaron gets the last hit and is up to an unstoppable streak on this Pit Lord. It's only died that one time, 11-1. Crucial Taunt, it's a decent kill. I don't know if they could take Roche though. It was a little bit hard of a Roche play. It's gonna take a bit. I mean, with the healing ward, it makes it a bit easier. Yeah, he does go for the eggs after the Manta. With the Manta up, this is a bit of an easier fight for them. I think they will spot this out. But we'll see if they get here in time. Nerd is actually rotating all the way from the bottom jungle. They do spot this out. Meepwned thinking about running in first. He's got the Radiance Burn up if he wants to go for it, but will immediately find Meepwned. If they can blow him up in time, this should still be fine. The silence actually being used there. Being able to bring down Renoik, I believe. He gets an ulti op, though, able to get his stuff down. Oracle actually saving the Wraith King for now. He is going to come back after that, too. The spin being used, able to dodge that out. Down goes Wraith King. You lose the Weaver as well. Silencer gone. Oracle still up. The roar being used by Crucial Taunt back onto Lorenzo. He doesn't have a save for right now. That's the aggressive Astral. Not saving anyone there. Doggo actually Astraled an illusion. did not connect on a hero, and that's eventually just going to mean they don't get a kill with it. Cancels the ulti from Aaron. They want to try and still get kills from this. The Astral dodging out the Q from Oracle. Aaron's trying to get this kill, but finally one right click, not enough to do it from Doggo. Doesn't have another blink either. So they still won't find this. Illusion up. I think this is... What illusion is this? Did he find illusion rune or something? Meepwned walking back into this. He's out of mana right now. He's just going to die. He's short by 30 mana. He used a stun there, I believe, or something that ran him out. Roshan is still up. Lorenzo up in 20 seconds. That'll be the window when Doggo's team can take the Roshan. It's 50 seconds till Wraith King responds. It's going to be about 40 seconds when Lorenzo is back up. So this should still mean a Roche for Doggo's team if they find the window right here. The rest of the team rotating over from Meepwned. Wasp doesn't have ulti for another 30 seconds. Blinking in. Doggo going for it. Doesn't hit the meme hammer though. Aaron's just going to try and focus down the silencer. They find him. God, the damage on Underlord there. It's all built up from that last fight still. They are able to find Nerd as well. He doesn't have a save for this. Renoik had the ulti off cooldown. And there's finally somebody else tipping Nerd. We've only seen Doggo do it this series, I feel like. It might have been a couple. And a couple others in that first game. But Doggo killing his arch nemesis again. And Egg is being picked up by Lorenzo. I mean, it was... I think... Saying that whole engagement was sketchy is an understatement. It was incredibly sketchy. But it does work out for them. Doggo with the blink now too. Does look for a BKB. I believe he had the blink in the last fight as well. Should be able to pick up the BKB. Meepwned going immediately onto the backside. Going to run into Lorenzo. They spot this. Going for the war back onto Doggo. Is able to get the Omni Slash out. There's a lot of creeps here, but of course with the Battle Fury, it just tanks through all of this. Not able to bring down the Beastmaster quite yet. Silence being popped. They don't have a save for this. We'll be able to bring down one. The OD gone. Doggo gone. Tycho also dropping super low. They finally brought down Crucial Taunt. And a lot of the damage just being pumped out by Lorenzo here, but it's still not enough. Aaron going for the TP out does get it. Lorenzo just having to back away. It's a 1 for 3, not the best engagement for Doggo. Kind of just awkwardly running into the jungle there. Not really sure what target they wanted, it seems like. I mean, they still don't have anything to drain mana yet. Really don't even want to, because if you buy a defusal, all Wraith King needs to do is buy a 1400 gold item, and he's countered it completely. Working on AC into a BKB. I thought he might go BKB into AC. The BKB is incredibly useful against this Pit Lord to basically just negate anything he's able to do for 10 seconds, so and of course scaling, but get a period of time where you just don't have to worry about the Pit Lord, so you can actually focus somebody. In that fight, it really doesn't matter, as we saw. I mean, especially when you just kind of go unnoticed on the backside there. They tried to initiate onto, I believe it was Crucial Taunt, but they couldn't get him silenced up. And Disruptor now, Renoik working on eggs. It's going to be a little bit yet. A slight advantage for Doggo's team. Only 1k gold. 29 to 25. Elven Tunic as well on Wraith King is kind of insane in this game. Evasion that stacks with the Radiance, I believe. Movement speed and attack speed. I mean, luckily for Aaron, you don't really have to worry about the evasion. You're still going to dish out enough damage with Firestorm, and like your right clicks do enough anyway. Lorenzo might just be dying in the same spot. Do they have a roar? No. Ooh. Crucial Taunt was close with the blink, but couldn't quite get it off. So Lorenzo's just TP'd back, able to find the Weaver, but couldn't quite spot him. They don't have dust. don't want to chase him too far, and that's quite a fitting voice line as well. Arcane Rune up on Aaron. Able to get a Shiva's. I mean, he's the most farmed hero in the game, not too surprising. Lorenzo kind of struggling to catch up, but does have the Agnums here, looking for a Skull Basher. Just, we're not really seeing the damage from Juggernaut yet. I mean, he does damage, but it's not enough to kill most of the heroes. It's basically, if you can get a full Swift Slash on Silencer or Oracle, you can probably kill, but when you're expending Omni Slash on Beastmaster, plus he's got the Zoo running, like, you're not going to get a kill with that. We saw that happen in the last fight, too. Kind of got to wait for Renoik to use his ulti to maybe clear up some of the creeps there. Even a Firestorm could potentially be enough. If you lead with Renoik here, they find Meepwned in the mid lane. Meepwned is super far out right now. Again, he's got all this evasion, but they can just focus him down once. Up in a couple seconds, we'll be able to find him twice. The silence here out into the Omni Slash. The save from the Oracle. Mostly got the Omni Slash on the wrong target there, unfortunately. But Lorenzo can still just use the Swift Slash. Again, not quite enough, but will it die? I thought he might have been enough healed there, but Crucial Taunt gonna drop as well. They lose the Wraith King. They might just lose David as well in the mid lane. The Pit just barely catching out David as Aaron making a nice play there to keep the Oracle locked in and maybe give his core a kill right now. Will eventually drop. And was that Aegis being popped? Yeah, it was. And tier 3s maybe with Wraith King gone. They've found a window. Only up 4K. It's still a close game. But of course, I mean, the team that took the first barracks in the last game did not end up winning the game. So this does not mean anything as far as I know. Or at least just from what I've learned in this series. Nerd also doing a really nice play, taking down the tier 2 bottom lane. They're just going to try and end the game. They just want to end the game right now. They want to try and find Wasp, but at the same time, the sendback is here. They bring down the Silencer, the Swift Slash being committed. Buyback as well instantly from the Silencer. They want to try and end the game right now. They have 20 seconds to do it. Is this going to be enough? Wraith King up in 15. Oracle up in 17. We'll see if they can do this. Ancient, of course, has 4,500 HP. Do they have the timing? Wraith King up in 5 seconds. Can they do this? The silence as well on top of Weaver. It's going to be close. They can even bring down Weaver if they wanted to, but they're just focusing the Ancient. They bring down Weaver. They go for the ult out from the Pit Lord. It ends, but the game is over. Almost a throw there, I think, from the Pit Lord. Aaron risked it all. What a close shave. I can't believe it. I didn't think they had time, but what a call. I don't know if that's a call from Doggo or what, or who made the decision there, but I mean, predicted it almost to a T. Like, Wraith King had about 2 seconds of being alive before the game was over. I mean, talk about estimating the time it takes to end the game. Like, Downtown Clowns was just like, yeah, we do not scale into the late game, guys. We cannot back away from this. Let's just end the game right now. They do just that and end the game before Wraith King can get any bigger. A 33-minute game that feels like it could have gone on for another, 30 minutes, similar to last game. It's a good draft coming out from Meepwned as well. Like, I think it's mostly fine. It's just not enough going on for them in the mid lane. Really, it's just the matchup between Aaron and Meepwned. Pit Lord just wrecks that Wraith King, and it really slows down their game a lot. Especially when you don't have any rotations. I think mostly what a lot of pro games rely on is your offlaner rotating to the mid lane to try and find kills, but we really didn't see that from Crucial Taunt here. But anyway, that is going to be it. The 2-0 for Doggo and the squad. I would not call it a convincing 2-0 though. This is a really close series. Meepwned making them earn it. Both games really feeling like they could have gone either way. I didn't know there was an outpost panel in the scoreboard, by the way. Just a fun one to watch. Of course, Tycho doing that ancient stack was also really big for them, just to get a decent boost there. We can actually probably see it on the player network chart. Can we? I think it's like right there is when they took it. It might have been mostly for Aaron too. You can't really tell. Might have been like right here. I can't remember when they took the ancient stack, but it was a ton of gold. I mean, 4 stacked ancient is insane. But yeah, that'll be it. Maybe more RD2L from me in the future. We'll see if I cast more of it. Maybe casting Doggo again once he does the next round. I don't know what RD2L playoffs, what state we're in at this point, but yeah. Casting League of Lads and MD2L eventually once more playoff games get rolling. I haven't really been able to grab up any of those playoff games to cast, but hopefully at some point in the future here I can cast a little bit more regularly. It's more easy to cast during the regular season of both of those leagues, just because games are happening all the time. Playoffs, it kind of gets dicey, but at some point in the future here we'll be around. Looking forward to that. RD2L playoffs, very exciting. Yeah, that's it. Shout out to Aaron for game 2. I think we just end it. I don't need an outro. I'm not trying that hard.